Good afternoon, or good morning, hello, and welcome to This Date in History, also known as TDH. This show is all about the events that occurred to date in years past, both recognized by actual historians, but mainly things we personally find intriguing enough for us to bring to you. Thank you, I needed that, actually. The sources of this information come from the Smart Device application, Today in History, What Happened Today in History, Historical Calendar, and the website onthisday.com. For links to those sources, the music done by Carrera, and anything else potentially interesting, check the underbar in the description below. Anyway, I am Xander, and today I am joined by...
You made it in time for the opening, Golden Loon.
Yep.
As well as Alice.
Yep.
Oh, hi, Dad.
How you doing, Alice?
That's not Alice.
I'm doing good. Give me 1 second. I have to do a little quick thingy-majigger again.
Alright, go do your jigger McThingy.
Who was it? It wasn't Alice.
Well, no. Vic said hi, Dad, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Yeah. So.
Well, hi, Vic.
Yeah. Lady
I'll
Vic.
get him right.
Her lordship. Anyway, today is Sun's Day, also known as Sunday, November 27th, 2022. So let's jump into history, shall we? Alice, do you want to start us off here?
Absolutely. So what we have today in 176, I believe, AD, or it could be BC.
No, it would say
But
BC.
I'm thinking
It's AD.
it doesn't. It just says 176. I'm assuming it's
Yeah,
AD.
it's Annus Domini or whatever. So.
Yep. We have the Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius grants his son Commodus the rank of Imperator.
And you were saying before the show. Sorry, what were you saying?
Oh no, I don't know what Imperator is, or Imperator.
Well, while I'm looking that up, you were talking about before the show. This is what
I
movie?
think these are the two characters that were in where you have like with the movie Gladiator.
Yes.
You had Marcus Aurelius, and I believe that was the father of Commodus.
Yes.
And then Commodus kills his father because his father wanted to bring power back to the people through the Senate and everything like that. I could be wrong that like I'm sure that it was just like loosely based on characters, but I don't think everything that went on in that movie was like precise.
Historically accurate? No, there is not a Gludius Maximus Aurelius or whatever his name was.
Well, Gludius Maximus, that's from the Life of Brian.
Gludius Maximus is actually the name for your butt.
Yeah, I know, but then they also had Dicus Dicus.
Yeah, of course. But anyway, no, imperator, the Latin word imperator derives from the stem of the verb imperare, meaning to order, to command. It was originally employed as a title roughly equivalent to commander under the Roman Republic. Later it became part of the titular of the Roman emperors as part of their cognomen. And I will post a link to this Wikipedia for further reading, for our viewers to educate themselves more on this particular situation.
Yeah.
Yeah, can we reread that now that I know what that means? It may make more sense. Reread the quote or whatever.
What I just read here?
No. Reread the statement that we first started with in 176.
Oh, 176. Yeah, well, he granted his son Commodus the rank of imperator, which is like to command, to
control.
control.
Okay,
so
now I got it.
Yeah.
Ooh, oh my God.
What are you oohing about?
We got a couple right here in the middle. I'm just going to use those, but you can do the 1295 historic event.
Go for it.
We have in 399, we have Saint Agnastius, I think,
Anastasius?
Yeah, Agnastasius the First begins his reign as Catholic Pope.
Oh,
okay.
Alright. We have in 1095 AD, Pope Urban II preaches the West to wrestle control of the Holy Land from the Seljuk Turks at the Council of Clermont, triggering the First Crusade.
Whoa, that's big.
Yeah.
Why is that
not highlighted? Are you kidding me?
Wow.
Yeah, I thought that was a kind of an interesting one right there. The First Crusades. Yep, that's the trigger of that. That happened today in history in 1095 AD.
Yep.
Religious wars.
Yep.
Are you going to take this 1237, or is it my turn?
No, I did two. I did my three, so it's already your turn.
All right, moving on up here to 1295. English King Edward I called what later became known as the Model Parliament, extending the authorities of its representatives. Well, that sounds like a good thing,
Yeah.
So.
Look at his unsure face, though.
Yeah, he's just like, I hope this works. It's just like, oh jeez, Rick, I don't know about this, but let's try to go.
He's looking at the
I just
headlight of a
started
train
growing-
coming at him.
Oh my god, you're so
I
right.
just started puberty, you know. How old was he when this happened?
Let's see here. He was born in 1239, so 1295. He was like 60, somewhere around there. 1239, so 50 something.
Oh, dude. Oh, so this is like the old Biden administration.
Oh god. Let's not bring that up in this show. Like,
I'm just kidding.
well, we have the kicked peanut later today. We can talk about whatever the hell we want over there. So.
Oh yeah, you're right. Anyways, let's move on.
Move on up to 1493. Christopher Columbus returned to La Navidad colony, finding it destroyed by the first Native American uprising against Spanish rule. Taino Caonabo led his people to attack the settlement after the brutal treatment they received from the garrison who disobeyed Columbus's orders. Yeah, this guy was a monster. Like, so. In 1495, Scottish King James IV received Perkin Warbeck, pretender to the English throne. Huh, okay.
No idea.
Does it say Trone?
Throne. Oh, yeah, it does say Trone. What the hell? That's weird. How many mistakes are we going to find in this source? That's Trone. Oh, my.
Excuse me, I'm sorry.
Who's next in line for the throne?
Who's next in line for the throne? Yeah.
Ooh.
And then in 1807, Portuguese royal family and its court of nearly 15,000 people left Lisbon for their colony of Brazil to escape invading Napoleonic troops. Wow. Yep.
Oh.
Run away. It's Napoleon.
That's a lot of people.
Yeah, it is.
Napoleon was a different breed of, you know.
Napoleon
leader.
was
general. He was a general, right?
He was an emperor. Like, he was a
Yeah,
general.
he was a leader too.
But yeah, no. Like, Napoleon was legit a force of nature. Because, like, during the Napoleonic Wars, it wasn't that, like, you know, all these countries formed. I think they formed alliances no less than 3 times. Not to fight France, to fight Napoleon. Like, the entirety of Europe outside of France was going to war with Napoleon the man, not his country, him. That's how powerful he was. That's how, you know, like what he brought to the table. Yeah, so anyway, I believe it's your turn again, unless Vic wants to take a couple swings.
Yeah, I mean, I see 3 that are like in blue right now. They're kind of interesting.
Go for it.
I can feel Vic shaking her head, being like, nope. Oh, she left.
She's like, no! Well, then we're going to start with 1809. We have the Berners Street hoax. Theodore Hook bets he can make any address the most talked about in London. Proceeds to win by bringing London to a standstill.
Wow.
I just found that really interesting.
Berners Street hoax. Like, let me look that up. That sounds wild. I wonder if Vic's gonna come back.
Know.
I hope I didn't scare her away.
No, he'll come back.
So let's see. Here's a wiki here. He had made a bet with his friend Samuel Beasley that he could transform any house in London into the most talked about address in a week, which he achieved by sending out thousands of letters in the name of Mrs. Tottenham, who lived at 54 Berners Street, requesting deliveries, visitors, and assistance. So,
It's already came.
wow,
That is kind of funny.
that's.
That is awesome.
I feel sorry for Mrs. Tottenham, but like,
Dude, could this be the first troll in history?
I don't think it's the first, but it's certainly a good one. So, God.
The next one, too, is actually 1815 here. It's the adoption of the Constitution of the Kingdom of Poland. Enacted today.
All right.
And then also in 1826 we have John Walker invents the friction match in England. So the striking match that you light up like cigarettes and everything like that.
Why is that not highlighted? That coincides with like mankind's very first invention or very first like harnessing of a natural force, fire. So like. That's very big.
He invented like the friction match. So there you go.
Is that like a tennis match? So you can like the most matches? No, I'm all wrong.
There was a battle in 18... Oh my god. Oh, we got a bunch of... Yeah, we come up into the Civil War. You know that coming up here now. But yeah, those are my 3, so it's your turn technically now.
It's okay.
We got 2 shows going on at once.
My dad's losing his shit.
Okay, go ahead. I'm good.
Come on, Dad. Put it together.
Buckle up. I'm along for the ride.
1868, battle at Washita River in Oklahoma. General George A. Custer attacked a group of Native American Indians. That's weird. That's Native Americans, I guess. Their chief, Black Kettle, died in the attack. That's an interesting name, you know?
Do you know that when Custer died, that they scalped every one of the soldiers except for him because he had blonde hair? And they found that, like, sacred for some reason.
Huh.
So they didn't scalp him.
Huh, the picture doesn't look like he has blonde hair, but,
No, he does, but, you know. So I was told. I mean,
Yeah.
maybe I'm part of the, it's part of the Mandela effect, and maybe he's a brunette and not a blonde, like I remember being
well,
told.
I mean, it could just be a folktale, so...
It could be.
But hey,
Could
you
be a
know...
folktale, you're absolutely right.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna... That's my first challenge of the day to the viewers. Was General Custer...
Scalped.
Was he scalped? And if not, was he blonde? What was the color of his hair? So...
Yep.
Actually,
Alright,
it's here.
anyways.
Hold on, George A. Custer. Let me look it up. George A. Custer, hair color. Long blonde hair.
Well, I'd rather know, was he scalped?
Hello.
What George A. Custer was scalped. Was George A. It is known that General Custer's body, though stripped of clothing, was neither scalped nor mutilated. He had been struck twice by bullets, either one of which could have been fatal. The burials were made in shallow graves and properly marked wherever the identification was possible. So I think you may be onto something there.
Wasn't scalped, and he
He
had
wasn't-
blonde hair. So there you go.
So there we go. I think you might be onto something.
Yeah. But yeah, they scalped a lot of people, but I don't think they scalped blondes, but
Yeah.
that would be something we should talk. Oh, we got a Nobel PC Prize. Let's move on anyway. We can talk about that like in a
Yeah, well,
in a
I'm
peanut.
going to update my challenge. Was he not scalped because of his hair color, because of the what Alice was saying? So I present that to the
Well,
viewers.
what's important to me? How about gray hair?
I don't think you're going to make it. So,
No.
Silver fox
Well,
over
Yeah,
there.
there you go.
well, first off, it's evaporating, so you know.
Ooh.
Oh man.
Oh my gosh, we got. There we go. This is a good one you have here because you did that Custer one.
What?
But your next one, 1895.
Oh, I see.
You got
Actually,
two more.
1885. First
shit.
photograph of a meteor taken by Austro-Hungarian photographer Ladislaus Weinik in Prague.
Ooh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Oh, that's really cool.
And then 1889, the first permit issued to drive a car through Central Park, given to Curtis P. Brady.
So, thank God it wasn't a woman.
Dude, what were we just talking about?
I'm so sorry.
You're gonna get me canceled. I'm trying so hard to build something, and you're gonna kill me.
Oh God.
Yeah.
So sorry.
I'm gonna put a
Yeah.
muzzle on this guy. Seriously, bro.
Kaja.
Oh wow.
Can't believe you
1890.
come from my loins.
Oh my.
First signal box for San Francisco police department went into operation. Dude, what the fuck, man?
That's cool.
My apologies.
Yeah.
No, it's okay.
I know it's okay. That's the problem.
Please direct
It's
your
what
hate
we
mail
live in. You know,
towards
it's the
him.
swamp we live in. It's hilarious.
It's okay.
I'm gonna make a political stance. Females can be good drivers. It is possible. Look at Danica Patrick.
It's possible.
Hey,
That is my
I'm
statement.
actually a very,
No,
I'm actually a
I'm
very,
covering your
very
asshole,
good driver.
man.
Okay.
I'm a very good driver. I've just made certain poor life choices where I can't drive right now.
Well, I mean, like, you know, if you're driving me crazy, you're an excellent driver. So,
No, shut the hell up.
moving on up to 1895, Swedish chemist Alfred Nobel's will establish the Nobel Prize. All right.
The Nobel Peace Prize.
Well, no, different. There's a Nobel Prize and there's
I
a
know.
Nobel Peace Prize. They're two different things.
I know.
Well, no,
I
like,
just
you know,
like to
we
say
gotta
Nobel
be
Peace
informative. We
Prize.
can't just loosely, you know, we gotta stick to the facts
Yeah.
here. So, Anyway, it's your turn in 1896.
Oh, of course, because you don't want to even fucking pronounce this.
Well, it is your turn, but you know, like
Well,
it
you
just
did,
so
you
happened
did
to
a
play
few
out this way.
extras, but that's okay.
Yeah.
I didn't mind. All right, 1896. Also, in parentheses or quotations, I should say. Also, sprach Zarathustra. Yeah, Zarathustra. Thus spake Zarathustra, by Richard Strauss, inspired by Friedrich Nietzsche's philosophical novel, debuts in Frankfurt, Germany. I would imagine.
Yeah, well, Frankfurt is in Germany, so
It's hard to pronounce things nowadays. I broke a crown not too long ago, and so now I have a more lispy voice. So, and then we have a theater premiere in 1901. We have Gerhard Hauptmann's play Der Rothorn premieres in Berlin. He was a dramatist, author, and Nobel laureate.
Laureate, which means he got a Nobel Prize.
Yeah. Oh shoot.
Got another German thing here.
Well, we do, but I am looking at this one in St. Petersburg. Prince Ito of Japan comes to St. Petersburg hoping to get the Russians to grant Japan concessions in Korea, but later drops this goal and decides to make an alliance with Britain.
Huh.
Whoa.
Alright. That's strange. Japan aligning with Britain. They're on complete opposite
There's
sides.
another and that was in 1901. There's another 1901 that should be highlighted, but I mean, I think that's interesting. But we can dabble about that another one. But you can do 1903.
Well, you know, you have one more, so whichever one you want, go for it.
Actually, I will do the 1901. We have the U.S. Army War College is established in Washington, D.C. Nice. Yeah.
2 years later, in 1903, the opera Die Neugierige Frauen by Ermanno Wolf-Ferrari was produced in Munich. Alright. A Wolf-Ferrari. Huh?
Dude, there's a big one today, too. 1910 right underneath it.
1910, New York's Penn Station opened as the world's largest railway terminal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is.
I think that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Penn Station. Everyone knows Penn Station.
Yeah, and like I believe, like you know, because Penn Station and what's that big one like in New York as well?
Hang on.
Grand Terminal.
Hey Mac. What are the two biggest known railway stations in the United States? Penn Station and what?
Well, no,
the railway stations. No.
What I'm saying is Grand Central Station. That's
Grand Central.
No. What I'm saying it's one and the same. Grand Central Station is Penn Station. It's that's the actual name is Penn Station. The whole Grand Central thing is a terminal. Like it's an unofficial name. The actual name, I believe, I may be wrong, but I believe this is one of the fallacies in public knowledge. Is the actual name is Penn Station, I believe. So I may be wrong.
I think you're right, but like there was like two major like railway stations, and then like you know, East Coast has like the largest ones, obviously.
Well, yeah,
so
that's where all the
West
people
Coast,
started, you know, like. But no, like 1911 here.
Ooh.
Is it still? Yeah, I have one more here. 1911.
Yep.
Audience threw vegetables at actors for first recorded time in the U.S. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Somebody actually recorded it. Now, I wonder if it was tomatoes, and tomatoes are a fruit. So.
Well.
Yeah.
Lettuce is a vegetable. People throw lettuce, onions, tomatoes, whatever. Tomatoes are a fruit, though. Good God.
I wonder if anybody throws potatoes. Ooh. Like, throw a potato, like, hit the actor in the head, like, knock him out.
So who's bringing vegetables to...
Yeah, seriously, like, who's planning...
This may be bad, let's bring some vegetables.
Yeah, who's preempting this stuff? Like, that is a good question.
Maybe they're just walking by and, you know...
I mean,
they hear this person on the soapbox doing something, and they're just like, fuck you.
Am I the only one who goes to concerts and I'm like, oh, what a great venue, just eat a tomato. Oh, I don't like these guys. Like, where are they getting it? Like,
Well, a town square where you have little shops for people, so maybe
Yeah.
they were buying produce and they hear this person speaking and doing a speech and they're like, fuck you, and they just take something out of their basket that they're gonna go home with. Like, you know what, you just fucked up my pot roast. I just threw all my carrots at you.
You know what? I don't need to eat spaghetti today. Throw the tomatoes that you're going to use for the sauce. Like,
Yep.
we'll just use a rutabaga.
Well-
Anyway, 1919, in the year
Throw a pineapple at
1919,
No,
Nancy...
1914 actually is a good one.
All right, 1914, the first British woman elected political agent, Grantham Lincolnshire,
yeah.
Lincoln. Well, you get
She was a
1919 now.
political agent. Okay, fine, I'll take 19. So we have Ignacy Jan Paderewski from 1919. He resigns as Polish Prime Minister.
Nice.
Dude, is it me or does he look like the grandpa from like Charlie and the Chocolate
Yes, he
Factory?
does. I was
the
going to
old
say
one?
he looked familiar in one way or another, and I'm like, who does he look like? And
He-
right on the head, he looked like
yeah.
Grandpa Joe.
Yeah, you're
Well,
right.
he was
Which-
also he also looks like because he was also in the movie Poseidon Adventure with Gene Hackman where the ship gets capsized.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's right.
Right you are. Yeah, that guy did a lot, whatever his name is. He did
Yeah.
a lot of movies. He's a
Ignacy Jan.
Ooh.
Oh, not Ignacy Jan, that other guy.
Oh,
Well, no, I was
look
gonna
what
say,
I've
like, there's this whole thing about Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, and you know how Grandpa Joe or whatever, like, like all the grandparents, they're bedridden and they're getting, like, Social Security in order to, keep, well, I mean, like they're all crippled and they're getting, like, payments from the government, because they're disabled. But then the instant, Charlie has, like, some way to get money, oh, he's up, he's dancing. Can anyone say, like, what's the word? Invalid? Like,
Invalid?
you know what I'm talking about? Somebody who lies about a disability in order to get the
okay.
yeah.
Oh,
Fraud.
you're talking about Elizabeth Warren.
Fraud.
No,
That's not disability.
No.
Well, yeah, it's fraud.
Alice, I'm talking specifically in the movie Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. The character Grandpa Joe, who had spent the past 20 years disabled in the bed, all of a sudden got up and could dance and sing and walk. Can anyone say, fraud? That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Oh,
Yeah, we
yeah,
understand
yeah.
exactly what you're saying.
No, I don't think she does.
Well,
Yeah, she does.
no. He's just violating so many ethic code problems.
Yeah.
Like it's like those. What was that one guy who was like a Twitch person who did his gaming and stuff on Twitch, and then one day like he forgot to turn his camera off,
I'm
and everyone
trying to
could
make a
see him
joke
couldn't
here,
walk, and
Alice.
he got up and
Not
walked
a good
away.
one. It's a miracle.
No, I know what
Look
you're
at it,
talking
it's
about.
a miracle.
Okay. Anyway, let's move on
That's
up
a
here to
different
1920.
franchising.
1920, The Mark of Zorro, directed by Fred Niblo and starring Douglas Fairbanks, was shown in New York, the first American superhero film. Zorro was a superhero?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Could he
Yeah.
fly? Like,
Absolutely
yeah,
was.
but to be a
No,
superhero.
we couldn't fly. He was just a hero to the
No.
people.
Yeah, but a superhero usually requires powers. Then again, Batman.
He was a hero.
Yeah, hero. But no, he's the first American superhero film. So I'm just wondering, like how is he a superhero?
Dude, actually, I have one that kind of seems interesting to me, and it comes out from California. It's 1924,
All right.
where 57,000 people watch a high school football game. LA at Polytechnic. Tie 7-7.
Yeah.
But apparently 57,000 people watched a high school football game.
High
That's a
school
lot
football
of
game, not even
people.
in college, but high school. Wow.
They had
Nope.
to play that in the Rose
Yeah,
Bowl.
I've
Or the
been
Coliseum,
staring at
one
it
of
for
the
a hot minute. That's why I was.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was why I was not like really. Whatever. I was just mesmerized by that next one, but like I was like, oh geez. But yeah, I know what you were talking about.
Okay.
With,
I was just trying to be
Okay.
funny, and then you turned it into like a whole analyzing thing, and it's just like, oh god.
Yeah,
Ironic,
yeah,
I know
that-
both
I
those
think it was
high
because I
schools,
was-
LA High and Polytechnic. Yeah.
And before we
And
continue, I just want to
Polytechnic,
welcome Xanax Thoughts into the live studio audience. Welcome to the show, sir.
Yeah, were
Hello.
you just talking about the 1942 Batman serials when I popped in?
Not yet. We're not
No,
there
but
yet.
1924.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
that was the first Batman movies that
Oh,
they
really?
produced, but they were actually 15-part serials. There were 2 of them. The first one, I believe, is 42, and without looking it up, and the second one is 47, and that was actually Batman and Robin. And to answer your question, at the time, what made him a air quotes superhero, because Batman is like ridiculously smart. He's the one everybody fears. But what made him a superhero back then was the costume. That's why he was a superhero.
So you're talking about Zorro, right?
No, we're
No,
talking.
I thought you were talking about.
No,
Oh,
we were talking about
Zorro.
we were talking about Zorro. He was the
Well,
Mark
same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He had
Okay.
the cape.
Mask.
The cape
Well,
and the
yeah,
mask
he's
is what made him a
vigilante himself.
superhero.
okay. So it's
Yeah.
not.
So we had different standards for superheroes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, that makes sense.
Actually, one would argue that both Zorro and Batman are both kind of vigilante superheroes.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. No, that's not
Batman
even an
admits
argument.
that.
Yeah. No, they are vigilantes, straight up. Like. But anyway, let's get back on track here. Alice, why don't you take this next 1924 here?
The black one?
Yeah.
In New York City, the first Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade is held.
Interesting.
Oh my God! Why is that not highlighted?
I don't know.
Should be.
98.
I remember watching that when I was a kid every once in a while. Every Thanksgiving, we'd have it on while my mom was baking turkey, and I would wash and peel potatoes, and that would be on the TV in the corner,
Yeah.
or we'd have the radio on or something like that. I mean,
Yeah,
sound.
And that's exactly what most of America was doing. Getting ready for a big meal and, having that in the background. Yeah.
yeah, no,
Every once in a while, Thanksgiving falls on this day too.
Yeah.
So
Well, it's always the last Thursday of November, so it's not a calendar
No.
date; it's a day.
Yeah.
So
no, that's incorrect. It's the third Thursday of
Third.
November.
third Thursday. Okay. All right.
Sometimes it might land as the last Thursday,
Yeah.
depending on the
I
time
always
of
thought
the
it was
year.
the
And
last Thursday.
Apparently, we're
nope,
wrong.
Huh.
So
Nope, it's a third Thursday. Look it up.
yeah,
No,
I
I
believe
believe
you. Because I've heard it both ways, and I haven't looked it up to validate. So, what?
I got a good one here.
You got a good one? Okay.
Yep. Okay, so, we do have, I have two good ones. 1932, Poland and the USSR signing non-aggression treaty.
Hold on. You skipped over 1926.
I know, I did. I'm gonna give you that.
No, you gotta take it. It's your turn. You can't just, pick and choose. This
All right,
isn't
okay,
cherry
fine.
picking
Oh,
history corner.
it's a music premiere though.
And go for it.
All right, so it's a Bela Bartok's ballet Miraculous Mandarin premieres at the Cologne Opera in Germany, conducted by Eugene Skanskar. All right.
S's and Z should not belong next to each other. That's just wrong. So,
Well,
Citizen cars?
Sisengard.
I still technically get three, so I found it. Okay, so we have in 1932 then Poland and the USSR signing non-aggression treaty.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Well,
And
we all
then
know what
in
happened
1934
7 years later.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Well, in 1934 we have bank robber Babyface Nelson and two FBI agents die in a shootout in Barrington, Illinois.
dang, he really does have a baby face. Look at the size of his head. Look at that hat. The hat is bigger than
And
his
then you
head.
have the Melvin Purvis was the agent that died too.
Yeah, one of them.
So,
2 FBI agents, so
Yeah.
he's one of them.
yeah, so I got to do my three. Those are my three.
But bro, the babyface Nelson, doesn't he have serious, mag vibes right there? Whenever he shaves his beard, he has a baby face. So,
Yeah, well, that happens to a lot of people when they shave their
I'm
beards.
trying to make a joke again, god damn it.
No.
Why do you keep stepping
God.
on my cornflakes? Moving on
You
up to
know what?
1939,
That was a
Maxwell.
good joke.
I'm just trying to snow on your grass, buddy. I'm just kidding.
1939,
I was just
Maxwell Anderson's play Key Largo premiered in New York City. Key Largo. Da, 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 da,
I
da.
wanna take you to Bermuda, Bahamas.
Oh, hey, look, it's Doom. Doesn't this guy look like Doom?
What? Who?
This guy, like Doom, Bren Doom Frazier, Doom guy, the meathead that we have in the Discord.
Are you talking about? Where? Are you talking about Maxwell Anderson, or are you talking about Tom Harmon?
I'm talking about Tom Harmon. Okay,
Oh,
you're clearly not
Dude,
understanding
you know
what
what
I'm
I
saying.
see?
So,
Actually, I see a Ted Cruz.
I see that too, but holy crap, you're not kidding. That does look like Doom. I had to run back in here.
Oh
'cause
my-
I was
yeah, like that.
Wait.
So I'm not crazy.
It does
Well, I
fucking
am,
look
but
like Doom. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I don't know if
You need to
it's- have I
screenshot
seen
that and
Doom's
send it
face?
to.
I have.
I don't know if I've seen Doom's face. I'm not gonna lie.
Because you
wait.
have too much work.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't know if
that's
I've
all
seen
right.
Doom's face. Yeah.
Well, we got to bring Doom in here and have him show you his face. Anyway, 1940, the 6th Heisman Trophy award to Tom Harmon, Michigan, HB. What's HB? The football. What's HB?
Let me see.
Tom Harmon.
Halfback, isn't it?
Halfback.
It's a halfback.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they don't use that term anymore.
And
but
I'm
you're
not
right,
even a
halfback.
football guy.
Yeah.
I don't know football that much. I just watch.
I don't know it at
He's
all.
the
I know
father of
that
the
much,
actor,
though.
Harmon.
Ah. Okay.
He was an announcer. He's really known
Yeah.
for being an announcer.
Well, he's a
Tom
football
Harmon.
player and a broadcaster,
Yeah.
Tom Harmon.
He
Yeah.
did it for years.
Yeah. Then we got more sports history here. In 1941, New York Yankee Joe DiMaggio was named American League Most Valuable Player for the 2nd time. Nice.
Yeah.
That's really
Dude,
cool.
look at those British teeth.
Hey, at least he has teeth. I don't
Yeah.
have
Shut
that.
up.
Hey, married Marilyn Monroe.
Hey,
Yeah.
I have no teeth. I can talk shit
Yeah.
I
about
barely
myself.
I wasn't
About
looking at the
myself.
teeth. I was looking at the unibrow. But
Ooh. Ooh, 1941 in black. I think
Go-
this one
go for it. Your
is
turn.
actually kind of. All right. Okay. So in 1941, USSR begins a counteroffensive, and it causes Germany to retreat.
yeah, that's when the scales start tipping in the balance of the Soviets' favor
Yeah.
during Operation Barbarossa.
And why is that not? Oh, it's because it's about Russia,
Oh, well.
probably.
No,
That-
if anything, our
that's-
leftist source here would be pro-Russia, but whatever.
Well, you know, I think that. Well, here's the thing: is that I think that every country they can be very corrupt and everything, but we'll talk about that another time.
Yeah.
But there's also good qualities with every country too. That's where I'll leave it at.
Well, what
But,
happened in
I mean,
1942 here?
What happened in 1942? Well, we have two of them. We have the French Navy at Toulon scuttles ships and subs, so Nazis cannot seize them.
Ah, yeah.
And then also in 1942 today, Tito appoints Anti-Fascist Liberation Board in Yugoslavia. The president of Yugoslavia and revolutionary, Josip Broz Tito.
Yeah.
Tito.
Or Joseph?
Anti-fascist, so that's good, you know.
Yeah,
Yugoslavia.
anti-fascist, libertarian. so.
Liberation, not libertarian, liberation.
Oh, I'm sorry. Does it say? Oh, I'm sorry. You're right. It says liberation. I'm sorry. I read that wrong.
It's all right.
I'm sorry. Liberation. Ooh, there are two other ones. Do you mind if I do them?
Go for it.
We have the CFL Grey Cup Varsity Stadium. Toronto Hamilton Flying Wildcats defeat Winnipeg RCAF Bombers 23-14.
What year was that?
1943. So
now you are
this was a
Canadian.
year after this. Yeah, 1943 from 1942. So.
Yeah.
Okay, and then also in 1944 today, we had 4,000 shells detonate in an RAF arms depot at Fald near Stoke-on-Trent in Staffordshire. A village of Hanbury destroyed at least was destroyed, and at least 70 people were killed.
Dang,
So I think this
4,000
was
shells.
somewhere out in the UK.
Yeah,
I think.
RAF is the Royal
Staffordshire.
Air Force. So shells, it was a munitions depot. It sounded like, and it went off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
So
so 4,000 shells blew up at a depot.
yeah, that's not good.
Yeah.
What year was that?
44.
44.
1944.
Whatever was set off.
I don't know.
Who knows?
Maybe it might have been an act of sabotage, you know, but like, I mean, maybe
Yeah,
it got
absolutely.
bombed during the Battle of Britain and just went
Yeah,
off. I don't know.
yeah.
Like, anyway, moving on up here to
here we go.
1945, Dutch resistance fighter Hannie Schaft was reburied in presence of Queen Wilhelmina. So, yeah.
Oh, I don't mean that.
Yeah. In 1945 as well, General George Marshall was named Special U.S. Envoy to China. Yep.
Okay.
Well, China was our allies back then.
Oh, yeah, big time.
Yeah.
Then 1 year later, in 1946, Peter Fraser's Labour government won a second term in New Zealand's general elections. Cool.
There you go.
Yeah, speaking of New Zealand and elections, I know I've been trying to push not talking about current events in history, but I have reported this twice in the OMNI Coalition news show. New Zealand is really pushing hard to reduce the voting age from 18 to 16. So.
What?
Yeah, and it's all because they're trying to get more votes to push more, environmentalist, policies and everything. They're trying to prey off of the ignorance of the young. So.
Yeah. At one juncture, New Zealand was probably the most, true democratic state. Actually, it probably still is to this day.
Yeah.
Well, according to Nancy Pelosi, she thinks 16-year-olds here should be voting.
Well.
So
Yeah.
there you go.
Now, anyway, let's get back into history here. Why don't you tell us what happened in the 1948, the last one here, Miss Alice?
Let me read here in 1948.
The last one.
All right. The last one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh! Honda first opens in America.
Hey.
Oh, geez, I didn't realize it went that far back.
Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah, that was the year my grandparent. Whoa! I can't believe I just said that. That's the year my parents were born, 1948.
Your
I'm
grandparents.
sorry. I can't believe I just said that.
So
My dad's gonna be
they
so
had to
mad
bring
at me.
motorcycles in.
Yeah, Honda
maybe.
first opens in America.
But hey, Alice, there's another good one here in 51. The first 51.
The first one in blue? Yeah. Oh!
Yeah.
In 1951, the first rocket to intercept an airplane at White Sands in New Mexico.
Yeah. Obviously a test, but still, they're developing the ability to do so.
Yep.
Oh, or they're trying to, trying to intercept, a rocket going at something.
Well, no, a rocket to intercept a plane, so it's defense. So they're trying to shoot planes down instead of using flat.
rockets,
Instead of using flat cannons and 44 guns like the Germans did, we just use missiles now.
Yeah, that's usually what they do. Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. I just kind of came out as word vomit right there.
Word
Sorry.
vomit. At least not as bad as somebody's word salads that they always do.
Alright,
America can be summed up in a single word. What? I'm mimicking Biden.
Oh, you gotta leave some content to it.
Well, if you understood, because there's a thing, he's like on the podium, he's like, America can be summed up in a single word.
You know the thing.
You know the thing. Come on, Jack.
Yeah,
Chocolate,
I knew
chocolate
what you
chip.
meant.
Yeah, see, Zanny's in the know.
There you go.
He's in the know-how.
Yeah. Anyway, you have another one here in 56.
In 56?
Yep.
Ooh, the Olympic gold we're talking about. Oh, we have Al Order wins first of 4 consecutive men's discus golf medals when he throws Olympic record of 56.36 meters to lead an American medal sweep at the Melbourne Games. Fortune Gordian silver and Desmond Koch bronze.
So those were the two other medal winners.
Yeah.
So we don't really talk about discus a whole lot.
No,
actually.
not much.
So,
Well, I used to play disc golf.
huh?
If anyone knows what that is.
Yeah,
Disc
no,
I
golf.
still
it
would.
is.
Yeah.
That's not
Yeah,
easy,
like
I'll tell
frisbee.
you.
Frisbee golf.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Thing.
that's what I was
Frisbee
thinking.
golf. Well, some people call it disc golf. Some people call it frisbee. I do both. So.
Anyway, 1957, the U.S. Army withdrew from Little Rock, Arkansas after Central High School integration.
Yep.
So yeah, here's this picture again.
Big uproar. Yeah.
Yeah.
With the governor coming out and trying to block the doors.
Yeah, physically, he's there,
Yeah.
trying to, what are you doing, man? Come on. But then 1960, Gordie Howe became the first. You know what? Alice, take this.
What? Hang on. Why is it not popping up for me on my thing?
That's what she said.
Hang on. I gotta go into your. I have to go into stream share here.
Wow.
Something's happening with my.
Hey,
1960.
you can blame this
Gordie
guy.
Howe becomes.
Don't lambaste what I say.
1960. Okay, in 1960, Gordie Howe becomes first NHLer to score 1,000 points.
That's pretty good. That's really
Yes.
You think?
Yeah. The moment you said the name Gordie Howe, I knew what you were saying, but for some reason, my sports history just is showing a blank.
Well, I saw NHL and I'm like, Alice, like,
Yeah.
and then you can tell this guy's a hockey player because you can see he's missing a tooth right there. So,
Yeah.
like,
True.
then moving on up to 1960 as well, Patrice Lumumba fled Leopoldville in Congo. All right. And then moving on up to 1967, French President Charles de Gaulle said "non" to British entry to the European Common Market for the second time. Dang. So he was trying to prevent a European Union from starting. He knew what was going on.
Well, they did have a common market,
Yeah.
and England was
Shit,
definitely not
man.
part of it.
Yeah.
Apparently, he didn't want him in.
Yeah, well, I don't,
Didn't
yeah.
want to compete with him, I guess.
Well, the English and French always had a problem with each other, They've been getting along better recently, but still, like...
Ooh.
But hey, Alice, it's your turn now. You got something just for you right there.
Here we go.
Oh, yes.
Phase.
1967. Jimi Hendrix had headlines, Bill, including The Move and Pink Floyd, for 2 shows at the Whitla Hall, Queen's College in Belfast. His only concerts in Ireland.
Oh, so I never
So,
went back.
the only 2 times, he only performed in Ireland in 1967. No other time.
Yeah.
So.
And you got another music thing here. Look at you.
Ooh, we have 1970. George Harrison of the Beatles releases his triple album set, All Things Must Pass. It becomes the best-selling solo release of any of the Beatles, going 6 times platinum.
Dang.
Jeez.
So-
I didn't realize that.
So that's 6 million, right? Like you get a platinum at $1 million, right?
I think so, yeah.
So 6 million.
Yeah.
I believe
Well,
that.
He was the most talented of them all, if you ask me, anyway.
Yeah, I wouldn't argue that. That's for sure.
Yeah. You got another one here in
And
70.
he was also deported from Germany because he went there underage.
Oh.
That's had to be when they
Remember
were brand
before
new
the
and they were
Beatles
going
got
over
big?
there.
Yep, before the Beatles got big, they played in Germany.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right.
You should try and look up the song "I Wanna Hold Your Hand" where they sing it in German.
I wanna hold your hand.
Well, in deinen Armen, ich bin glücklich und froh. Something
Wow.
like that.
Wow.
All right.
I'm impressed. I don't know if he did it right, but I'm impressed.
I will.
Well,
I am holding
I've
my
heard it
impressed.
before.
I'm holding my. I will be impressed when I know if she actually said it right. So
In deinen, I think in deinen Armen, ich bin glücklich and something. I think I say that. I think they say the last word wrong, but
well, that's
but.
better
And
than
when
John
I
F.
touch
Kennedy's.
you, I think that's part when. And when I touch you, I feel happy. Glücklich is happy, I believe.
Well,
I don't-
that's
I'm probably
better
pronouncing
than
it wrong.
John F. Kennedy going there and saying that he's a donut. Remember that?
Well,
Yeah.
you know,
remember
there's nothing
when he
wrong
was
with
at the
saying you're a
wall, you mean?
donut.
No, he was like Ich ish in Berliner or something. Like,
Yeah.
he was like,
ich
you know,
bin
I
like,
remember the
ein
saying,
Berliner.
but I don't remember the donut part.
Where's
Well, like-
Blob when you need him?
yeah, I know,
Well,
right?
ich bin
Actually,
is I am.
there's 2 Germans to my knowledge in this Discord. There's there's Blob and then there's another guy whose name I'm not
Oh,
gonna.
no, there's. But no, like I can't pronounce all the German words proper,
Yeah.
but
Well,
I do
there's
remember.
there's a couple German phrases that I can't repeat on camera here. But Alice, let's get up into 1970 here.
1970.
A Paul
Well,
visit.
in 1970 we have Pope Paul the Sixth
Yep.
wounded in chest during a visit to the Philippines by a dagger-wielding Bolivian painter disguised as a priest. What?
Jeez.
Who's going around stabbing popes? What the fuck? Like,
I don't remember that. I think.
But no,
Wow.
a dagger-wielding
Bolivian
Bolivian
painter
is
disguised
like
as a
what got
priest.
me there.
Yeah.
Dagger-wielding Bolivian.
This sounds like the basis for a Hollywood movie. You know?
What is it?
It
Every
sounds
citizen,
like
why does that
something you'd
priest have
hear
a
in a
dagger?
comic. It's something you would hear in like a Michael Crichton book.
Like, why does that priest have a dagger? We're not doing a circumcision today.
No, I'm sorry, not Michael Crichton. A Dan Brown book for like Robert Langdon, his like characters with like, you know, the Da Vinci Code. It'd be like something like that.
Anyway, moving on up into 1973, Neil Simon's play Good Doctor premiered in New York City. Alright. And then also in 1973, U.S. President Richard Nixon signed the Emergency Petroleum Allocation Act, authorizing petroleum price, production, allocation, and marketing controls. That doesn't sound too good. So,
No.
the government coming in to step on, the free market.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. And then 1973, U.S. Senate voted 92-3 to confirm Gerald Ford as vice president. Well, that's a landslide right there.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, that is a landslide.
And then right back to you, Alice.
Well, I actually, I can't help but notice 1975 here. The Provisional IRA assassinates Ross McWhirter after a press conference in which McWhirter announced a reward for the capture of those responsible for multiple bombings and shootings across England.
Dang. Once again, I support a free Ireland and a free Scotland, you know? Like...
In 1977, we have a theatrical finale, the comedy with music. Victor Borge, he closes at Imperial, New York after 66 performances. He was a comedian and pianist, so he played piano and he was a comedian.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Piano in his comedic, he'd come out like he's a real serious, and he is a serious pianist.
Yeah.
And then he would fall off the stool or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, he was a funny guy.
I remember him.
Yeah, Victor Borge.
Yeah,
We have in 1978 though, we have an assassination.
Yeah.
But, what were you going to say, Xander?
I was just going to say you have another one here in 78. So,
Oh, really?
you already have it.
Yeah, 1978, San Francisco Mayor George Moscone and Supervisor Harvey Milk assassinated by former Supervisor Dan White at City Hall.
Yep.
Huh.
Remember that?
Jeez. I wasn't alive for that, so I don't
You know,
remember that.
like not to take the seriousness out of that situation, but I wonder if Moscone is a type of cookie, because then there's milk and white. So white milk with a cookie. Like, my brain's weird. So,
Mascarpone, like cream.
like, no,
Caramel.
Macone, like a biscotti.
Or no, it's not.
I don't know.
No, isn't
Like,
mascarpone.
I don't know. My brain's just being weird. Anyway,
Yeah, it's alright.
1982, Davis Cup, Grenoble, France. U.S. took unassailable 3-0 lead over France as John McEnroe and Peter Fleming took the double 6-3, 6-4, 9-7 over Henry Leconente and Yannick Noah, tied ins in 4-1. All right, how can it be at a tie? Well, tie-ins 4-1. I don't know what that means, but
I don't either.
yeah. But anyway, moving on up to 1991, The Undertaker defeated Hulk Hogan to become the new World Wrestling Federation champ. So, and there's a couple wrestling fans in the audience right now, and so yeah.
Yeah.
Then we got some more sports history here. 1993, David Boone completed his 18th Test cricket century, 106 versus New Zealand, Hobart.
Cricket.
Thank you.
Look at that. At first I thought the shirt said KFC on
Oh
there.
God,
So it was like wrong color.
dude, this
But,
guy
and
looks
then I
like
said
he looks like a
the
young
mustache.
Wilford Brimley with that mustache.
He looks like he looks like he eats at KFC but doesn't.
Dang.
Oh jeez. New
What,
Zealand just has
KFC's
so
good.
much history today.
I'm going to take this 99 before I do the split here. 1999, we have an election of interest. New Zealand's Labour Party defeated the national-led government after 9 years in power. Helen Clark became the first elected female prime minister in New Zealand's history. Nice. So, I'm going to do the split.
Alright.
All right. Welcome to part 2. It is now Alice's turn in 2004.
Oh no, I'm going to 2001 right after where you left off.
Ooh.
Look
okay.
at this.
Yeah, do it.
In 2001, a hydrogen atmosphere is discovered on the extrasolar planet Osiris by the Hubble Space Telescope. The first atmosphere detected on extrasolar planets ever discovered. I think that was kind of cool, and I thought you would definitely like that. I was going to actually say give it to you, but
Well, what
He
is an
insisted.
extrasolar planet? An extra planet.
Outside of our solar system.
I was figuring that, but an exoplanet or extrasolar planet is a planet outside of the solar system, as Annie said. The first possible evidence of an exoplanet was noted in 1917, but was not recognized as such. The first confirmation of detection occurred in 1992. A different planet initially detected in 1988 was confirmed in 2003. And this was 2001. So, yeah.
Well, this is saying that the atmosphere.
Yeah.
It's talking about atmosphere. Like the exoplanets were discovered, but
Yeah.
then this is the first time
Right.
an atmosphere was detected on one.
That is really interesting.
A hydrogen atmosphere, no less.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a hydrogen atmosphere that was discovered on an extrasolar, planet.
Just don't light a match.
Yeah. Don't fart. Don't do a Blue Angel.
Yeah.
We have an historic event in 2004 where Pope John Paul II returned the relics of Saint John Chrysostom of the Eastern Orthodox Church,
All
or
right.
to the Eastern Orthodox Church.
Yeah.
So he returned some relics to the church where they
Yeah.
came from.
Oh, but you got another one in 2005, the second one.
It's just. Jeez. We have in 2005 the first partial human face transplant is completed for Isabelle Denoir in Amiens, France, in Joshua's.
Heck?
Yeah. A face transplant.
A
so-
partial
Oh,
face
wow.
transplant. That's cool. That's really interesting.
Yeah, so I'm looking at this now.
Yeah.
I don't know what's the before and after, but I think this is what her face looked like, or afterwards. I don't know, because you can see the stitching right here. So they were,
That's weird.
yeah. Oh, here we go. So
Yeah, you can see where it was.
yeah, so what would we refer to today as the mask zone. So,
Okay.
I hope to God that's not the second part, but that looks like after the transplant. I wonder what happened to her. So,
Well, muscle, it's the muscles have to learn to work with that skin,
yeah. Looks like she's getting better though.
Yeah, well, of course.
Yeah. Dang. Then you have Uno Mas, I believe.
I have one more. In 2006, the Canadian House of Commons endorses Prime Minister Stephen Harper's motion to declare Quebecois the Quebecos a nation within a unified Canada.
Huh. Alright, so state?
Quebec keeps wanting to become its own country,
Yeah.
and
They do want to
Canada
secede.
keeps saying "fuck you" about it.
Yeah.
So, and the Prime Minister's gone like, I'll endorse it, but it has to pass. They've been trying for a long time.
Moving on to 2011, we have good old helmet hair himself, German Red Bull driver Sebastian Vettel finished second in season-ending Brazilian Grand Prix at Autodromo Jose Carlos Pace to retain his F1 World Drivers' Championship. Wins by 122 points from Jenson Button. Button, what a name! Like, now I want to find this guy and just give him a little push. And hey, I'm just pushing your button.
Oh, boo.
Like,
Jesus.
we got more sports history.
We have a car dealership here called Button.
Huh?
Yeah. There's an actor, Red
Yeah,
Buttons.
Button Motors.
Huh?
Button it up.
Yeah. Well, I wonder if they're the push to start now. You push the button like how your car is.
Keyless, yeah.
Yeah. In 2011, Roger Federer claimed a record 6 ATP World Tour Finals tennis title with a 6-3, 6-7, 6-3 win over Frenchman Joe Wilfred Tsonga in the final in London, England. All right. And we got a film release in 2013, Frozen, the highest-grossing animated film of all time, starring Idina Menzel and Christian Bell, was released.
I have never seen that,
Yeah.
still to this day, but I know I'm familiar though that couple of the songs.
Yeah. Well, we can just let that one go. So,
Yeah.
but then it's your turn here in 2013.
Ooh, my favorite. No, I don't, because I love golf so much. I made up a game called Soccer Offie, which was like me trying to put golf and soccer together, but also with like a Japanese kind of sounding spin, where I just instead of using a golf ball, use a soccer ball.
But you use a golf
Tiger
club?
Woods in 2013 is named the PGA Tour's Player of the Year for the 11th time.
Dang. 11th time. Wow.
Ooh. You know, not to be rain on parades of golf fans, I don't care because I don't like golf, but whatever. Let me just be your golf cart driver and I'll be happy. All right, in 2015, Holy Grail of shipwrecks, the San Jose, sunk in 1708, is confirmed found by an international team off the coast of Colombia.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So apparently, it probably like all the gold and shit. There probably was like a bunch of treasure and shit.
Oh
on
yeah.
there.
And then the fight begins. Who owns it?
Yeah. Yeah. And I think you got one more here in 2016. Alice?
Actually, I have one in 2015.
All right.
We have a Robert Louis Deer, 57 shots, 3 dead, and 9 wounded at a Planned Parenthood clinic in Colorado Springs, Colorado.
Oh my
today
God.
in 2015.
Wow.
That's sad.
That's awful. You know, just because somebody wants to have an abortion doesn't mean that they deserve to die. That's just,
Or even be shot.
Yeah.
Or anything.
yeah, that's, you know, like, how does that help your cause, dude? Like, that's stupid. Well,
Yeah.
moving on up to 2016, German Mercedes driver Nico Rosberg clinched his only Formula One World Drivers' Championship with victory in season-ending Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, won title by 5 points from teammate Lewis Hamilton. Am I right?
Ooh, you're gonna love your next one.
2017, Britain's Prince Harry and Meghan Markle announced their engagement. Whoop-de-doo. Like, why should I
Engagement of
care?
interest. I don't think so.
Yeah, not in my interest. I don't care. We got a historic event here in 2017. Pope Francis began a 3-day trip to Myanmar amid the Rohingya refugee crisis. And this is something I just realized. You know, we're talking about Pope Francis, okay? Mm-hmm. The last pope we talked about was John Paul, the second.
Yeah.
No mention of Benedict.
Well, on this day,
Jesus
he
Christ.
probably slept off the day.
Yeah, well, no, I'm saying, like, I don't think I've ever mentioned, you know, anything. Probably once, maybe twice, at most, about Pope Benedictus, and then he quit being pope.
Yeah.
I didn't realize you can quit being the voice of God when you're chosen, but whatever.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
can
you
retire
can.
as
It's
Pope.
happened a couple times now, I think.
Yeah.
Sworn, or maybe one.
Well, no, like, a lot of popes have retired throughout history. It's just not something you'd think would be possible.
Oh,
Like,
I've got one in 2018, and it's not the one you're thinking.
all right, go for it.
Convicted U.S. murderer Samuel Little confirmed connected to 90 more murders of women after confessing details.
Jesus.
Yikes.
Hey.
Yeah, you know I'm Lady Death sometimes,
Yep,
so
you are.
it's been a while since I've actually done that. So,
Yeah.
then we have 2018. We have U.S. accuses Nicaragua's Vice President Rosario Murillo, the wife of President Daniel Ortega, of human rights abuses and imposes sanctions. Oof.
Interesting. And Daniel Ortega was the president of Nicaragua as well as a revolutionary leader. So,
But this is his wife they're talking about.
yeah.
You wonder what the
We
heck
have
she
one
did.
in 2019 that seems interesting too. We have in 2019 Ghana celebrates the Year of Return, marking 300 years since first African slaves sold in America by granting 125 people citizenship in special ceremony.
Ghana. Huh. Okay.
Yep.
Well,
And then I'll do this 2019 one. So,
Yeah.
again. 2019, again, the same day, U.S. President Donald Trump signs 2 bills backing Hong Kong protesters, which check the territory's autonomy and ban the sale of munitions to Hong Kong police, angering China.
yep.
Jesus.
Yep.
And do you want me to just close it out with this last one here? Because it's about nuclear.
Yeah, go for it.
Alright, 2020, Iran's most senior nuclear scientist, Mohsen Fakhrizadeh, assassinated outside Tehran, escalating tensions in the region in Iran.
Yeah. that would do that. So.
Yep. These are the things in history today.
Yep. Anyway, before we move on to the births and deaths, were there any articles that grabbed anybody's attention more than most?
Oh, there was a bunch in there that I liked once again.
Yeah.
I don't maintain a lot of them. We're rolling along so quick, though, but there were some good ones. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, then what about you, Alice?
New Zealand had a lot of history stuff pop up today, which was interesting. But there were some interesting battles that went on during the Civil War. You had that really curious king who was like, we thought looked young, but then it's like, oh, what, he was in his 60s and he looked unsure.
Late 50s. But there's also here, like, the Portuguese royal family left for Brazil, like, to flee the Napoleonic army. Them and 15,000 people left for Lisbon. Yeah. Or left Lisbon.
Well, there's one last thing I want to say. The Gordie Howe statistic was cool. Oh, yeah, and also awesome. The fact that The Undertaker beat the crap out of Hulk Hogan was cool. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. But what about you, audience guys, people viewing the show? Anything that you wish we had elaborated more on? Anything that you would have liked to add to the discussion? Start a talking thing in the comment section. Anyway, we're going to move on to the bursts. Are you going to be with us?
Golden Moon is out.
All right.
Have a good one.
You too.
Later, Pops. Ooh, dude.
Starting us off in the year 1127, we have Emperor Xiaozong, was the 11th emperor of the Song dynasty in China and died in 1194. And you were going, ooh?
What, the first highlighted one, the hair.
Okay. And we have, we have Anders Celsius. Ooh, I think I know this guy. Born on this date in 1701, he was a Swedish astronomer and proposed the Celsius temperature scale. I was right. Born in Uppsala, Sweden. All right. Well, happy birthday and thank you for your contribution, Celsius.
Uppsala.
So, yeah. And now it's your turn. Oh, you got this guy.
Dude, 1746. Look at this crap here, buddy. Yeah, we got Robert R. Livingston, U.S. founding father who delivered the oath of office to George Washington, born in New York City, New York.
All right.
In 1746, died in 1813.
Yeah, so he's the guy who swore George Washington in. That's really cool.
That's pretty wicked.
Yeah.
Who else? Let me look up here. Oh, wait. I saw something with a Nobel PC Prize here.
Well, I'm going to say, look at this freaking, like, Walter White-looking Heisenberg guy up in here. Swear to God.
Chaim Weizmann?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a wise guy.
Yeah, yep.
Well, it's Chaim Weizmann. Israeli statesman and Zionist leader, first president of Israel from 49 to 52, born in Motul, Russian Empire. Huh. Born in 1874, died in 1952.
All right. Who else do we have? We have Alexander Dubček, 1921, Slovak politician who headed the Communist Party of Czechoslovakia. Hey, how you doing, Jay? And was deposed after the Soviet invasion. Born in Uruvek, Czechoslovakia, which is now Slovakia. Now, I see in the live chat here, Jay just said, "What's up?" Many thanks, Jay. How are you? Thank you for popping in. You got one here, Alice. And, ooh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, boy. Happy birthday, Bruce Lee. He was born today in 1940. Died in 1973, unfortunately. Way too young.
Yeah.
Hong Kong American martial artist and actor. Enter the Dragon, mostly known for. Born in San Francisco, California.
Dang.
We also have Jimi Hendrix today in 1942. Today we have American rock guitarist known for Purple Haze, Voodoo Chili, and Wind Cries Mary. Born in Seattle, Washington today. Happy birthday, Jimi Hendrix.
Bro, we talked about him in the main body earlier today when he was what was it, Ireland? So
yeah, but but we also didn't he have his death not too long ago? I can't remember.
Let's see here. His death was September 18th. So yeah, last month. At the age of 27. Damn, he was young. Drug overdose, of course.
27s.
Yeah, last month was October, bud.
Okay, then the month before. See, this is why I have people around. They keep me rooted in reality because I don't know where I'm at. I'm just floating through. I'm just floating on a rock in space. So, yeah.
I found one. We have, if you want me to do it, otherwise we got there.
Go for it.
Turn. All right, well, we have Catherine Bigelow. She was born today in 1951. She's an American director, producer, and a writer. She did The Hurt Locker, which was actually a really good movie.
So was Zero Dark 30.
I've never seen Zero Dark 30.
That's the one about assassinating Bin Laden, right? I think so.
I have no idea.
Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it is.
I've seen it.
I don't know.
So.
But she was born in San Carlos, California.
Huh.
Is she related to Deuce Bigelow?
Ooh, you poor bastard. You get this next one.
I just want to say, I want to say
Yeah.
thank you multiple times to Jay. He says he's good. He's just showing up for some love for the channel, and he thumbed up the video, so thank you. And he shared it on Twitter for his followers, so thank you very much.
Oh,
so for
thanks, buddy.
Yeah. Oh, Bill Nye, the science guy. Born on this date in 1955, he is a U.S. TV host and science presenter, Bill Nye, the science guy, as well as an engineer. He was born in Washington, D.C. I did not know that. Huh. Well, that's interesting. He's 67 today. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Bill Nye.
Yeah. Then we have Robin Givens, 1964, a U.S. model and actress, Darlene Head of the Class, who married and divorced Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson? Born in New York City, New York. Huh. Married and divorced Mike Tyson. Yeah. Yeah, she figured out a little too late the mistake. She's like, whoops, I gotta get out of here. Oh. Yeah, thankfully though she got both of her ears intact at the end of the day, so that's a good thing.
Oh, then, good God.
Then we have Shrek the Sheep in 1994, a New Zealand sheep that held the world record for biggest shorn fleece, born at Bendigo Station, Otago, dying in 2011. So yeah, I think that's a sheep that they discovered. It was like, have you seen that picture of like all the wool? Like it had been out wild and it just grown like this massive coat of wool. It looked like a cotton ball on legs. Like, actually, let me.
Oh, jeez.
Shrek the sheep. Let me.
Yeah,
let me,
you almost couldn't even see its face.
Yeah, here we go. Here it is.
I
Look
don't
at
know
that.
what you're talking about.
See that?
Yep.
Cotton
Yeah,
ball
I've seen him
looking guy.
before.
Bro, that thing must have been cooking in there, I swear. And then look at it afterwards. Oh. Anyway, moving on to the deaths, it's Alice's turn, and right off the bat, you got a guy here.
Yep. From 65 BC to 8 BC, we have the Roman Republican Horace. He was a poet. Otis. He died at the age of 56.
Huh. It's not often we get a highlighted article right off the shoot like that.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna see. Oh, geez. And then we're gonna go right up to 1815. To 1852 today. Ada Lovelace. She died. She was an English mathematician, considered the first computer programmer and writer, and daughter of poet Lord Byron. She died of uterine cancer at the age of 36 years old.
That doesn't sound good at all. So,
yeah.
Cancer of the uterus, so not good.
Yeah, basically, yeah, that's your... And they couldn't take it out, you know,
but
I guess.
Answer over cha-cha.
Considered the first computer programmer, dang.
Hey! Well, this guy pops back up again, obviously.
Oh, that's right, yeah, because he got killed in a shootout today. Babyface Nelson, 1934, a U.S. bank robber and gangsta who killed more FBI agents than any other criminal. Holy crap. Shot by the FBI to shoot out at the age of 25. So, dang, like, no wonder he had a baby face. He was probably too young to even grow a full beard. So,
yeah.
But killed more FBI agents than any other criminal. Dang, man.
Yeah.
At the age of 25. Then we have James Braid, 1950, a Scottish golfer, course designer, British Open 1901, 05 through 06, 08, and 1910. Died at the age of 80. So he's a golfer and a course designer. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Obviously, by the hat, it's obvious.
Yeah. And your turn. Wow, like we have like boom, boom, boom. Look at that. So
look at all these deaths here. We got Eugene O'Neill from 1888, died today in 1953 today. American playwright Desire Elms Noble in 1936 dies of cerebellocortical atrophy at the age of 65. Jesus Christ, what the hell is that?
I'm looking it up right now.
Cerebellocortical atrophy.
It denotes a non-hereditary degenerative ataxia of unknown etiology, whatever that means. This entity is sometimes referred to as late-onset choroidal cerebral atrophy, idiopathic sporadic cerebral ataxia, or sporadic adult-onset ataxia of unknown etiology.
That just made more sense.
What is it? It's a loss of neurons and connections between neurons. Different conditions cause brain atrophy, including cerebral palsy, dementia, and infectious diseases. Symptoms and severity of brain atrophy depend on the specific disease and location of damage. So his brain was melting, essentially.
Oh.
That's not good.
Okay. The atrophy, I knew what that word meant, but...
Yeah.
I was like, oh.
And we have Arthur Honegger. That's not a good name right here. 1955, a Swiss composer, King David, Pacific 231, died of a heart attack at the age of 63.
Jeez.
And then we have Harvey Milk, 1978, a U.S. politician, gay activist, and first openly gay person elected to public office, assassinated by Dan White at the age of 48. Well, now I think we figured out the motive. So...
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Because remember we were talking about, like, White, Milk, and then that weird guy with a name that sounds like a cookie? So maybe he was assassinated because he was a homosexual. And if that's the case, that is just awful. But,
horrible.
Yeah, jumping back to you, Alice, I think. Yeah, here we go.
Oh, well, today in history we have Steven Hillenburg, born 1961, died in 2018. He was the American animator and cartoonist for SpongeBob SquarePants, dies of ALS syndrome at 51 years old.
Dang.
So yeah, the cartoonist for SpongeBob, he died today in 2018 from ALS.
Yeah, I remember that. Like, a lot of people were sad and everything.
Yeah.
And I don't like sharing the initials of my name with a disease, but oh well. So.
Oh geez, here's we also have one in 2021 here. The Curly Culp, American Pro Football Hall of Fame defense tackle, 6-time Pro Bowl, first team All-Pro 1975, NFL Defensive Player of the Year 1975, Kansas City Chiefs and the Houston Oilers, dies from pancreatic cancer at 75.
Dang.
So Curly Culp,
Curly
he
Culp
passed away today.
Yeah.
He was American
1 year ago on this day. So.
Yep.
Yeah, no, he didn't pass away today. He passed away to date. There's a difference.
To date, sorry.
Yeah, 1 year ago on this date. So.
Well, I said 2021 on this day.
Yeah.
Where I kind of was an oxymoron right there, wasn't it?
Hey, I may be a moron, but I'm not an oxy one. So. Anyway, that concludes the show. Once again, you can check the underbar of the description for any links you may find interesting, including but not limited to all things OMNI Coalition. For your dose of past events daily, we stream every day at 10 in the morning Pacific time.
And 1 p.m. Eastern time.
Yep. 11 in the morning Mountain, and 12 noon on the dot in Central. Anyway, for all of you and all of us, I am A.O. Xander.
I am Who is Alice.
And earlier we had the Golden Loon. Live studio audience, we had her lady herself, Queen Victoria II, and later we got Xanathos. So, welcome.
Don't forget we had your Pappy McPooverson. I
said Golden Loon.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Shoot, that's right.
Yeah.
I had a little cutout right there. That's
all right. Anyway, until you catch us tomorrow, or if you're interested in like a random shoot the shit style talk show, the Kicked Peanuts is coming up here in a few hours at 2 p.m. Pacific time. So until then, or until whenever you see us next time, don't forget to look right and left at every intersection, rate 5 thumbs, and subscribe. Toodles!